Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Thank you for joining me today on my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. And today we have the Saturday Stumper, the brutally difficult crossword puzzle edited by Stanley Newman, hosted by a variety of constructors. Today it's David P. Williams. There's no theme usually for the Saturday Stumper. I've never done one that had a theme. It's just a very hard puzzle with some misleading clues. So let's see what we've got today. Let me start the timer. I spent about 45 seconds setting up the screen. I'm going to take that penalty on my time, not worry about that. Okay, let's see how we do today. I usually have to use one or two, maybe sometimes more than that, hints in order to solve a Saturday Stumper. Let's see if we can do one with no hints today. One across is complete. No. One down is pictures PS. A postscript on a picture. I don't know what that would mean. Two down, ballpark figure. Can be an estimate, or it could be literally a statistic you might see at a ballpark, or a person you might see at a ballpark. Don't know. Three down, ultimate. The end, perhaps. Four down, micro discovery that won a 2024 Nobel Prize. Micro DNA a thing? I don't think so. It kind of sounds familiar, but I can't think what it would be. Five down, pittance. That's its own plural. No. 12 across is most easily attained goal. Nope. 15, it's east of the Sulu Sea. Sulu Sea is somewhere near the Philippines. Is it the Philippines or maybe west of the Philippines? Like Asia, I don't know. 18 across is antiquity, long ago. Eld is an old word for old, E-L-D. I'm not sure that's right. 22 across, not an extended recess. No. All right, well, it is a Saturday Stumper. It'll be a while before we get anything good in the grid. 6 across, mystical wise guys. Something like sages or wizards or swamis, something like that, I think. Dome topper. Your dome can be your head here, so this could just be a kind of hat. Or it could be like a cross on an onion dome on an Orthodox church, maybe. 17 across is showed supreme satisfaction. Nope. Passover casserole. I'm thinking of haroset. There's like an applesauce and nuts dish called haroset, I think. I wouldn't call that a casserole, though. All right, I don't know what it is. 21 across is child's play. No, 25 across, greengrocer's offering. No, 28 across, large locks. Locks as in locks of hair? Locks as in canals? No. I think I didn't look at 24 across. Perform as an evening act. No. And 26 across, theoretical attractive force. Theoretical attractive force. There's something like a unified field or a strong force and a weak force. I don't know. 29 across, hoity-toity. Oh, wow. Is that the whole top of the puzzle? Did I look at these downs? Puffy coat for 7 down. No, 8 down is residence regulator. Homeowners association might regulate how you can paint your home and things like that. 9 down, bond orders. No, 10 down, fellows of creativity. No, and 11 down, kin to grasses and rushes. Sedges is another plant. It's where we get papyrus or reeds. Yeah, sedges kind of works. And that gives us an S for the end of 6 across, which is a plural. Mystical wise guys. Dome topper. Showed supreme satisfaction. Okay, that might end in an ED as a past tense verb. Is it like odd? Something like that. Let out a long supreme satisfaction. So we're putting extra A's in it. kind of guessing there. Field day. What is a puffy coat? 9 down is Bond orders. Orders you might give to James Bond. Do you expect me to talk, Goldfinger? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. Fellows of Creativity. I don't know what that means. 21 across. Child's Play. It is Child's Play. A play put on by a child, or something a child would play with. No. Tag. Tag is a child's game. That might fit. A lot of the Saturday Stumper answers, I find difficulty coming up with a sentence where I could use both the clue and the answer synonymously. But I think tag is close enough. Greengrocer's offering. Is it kale? Something you might buy in a produce section, maybe? Bond orders. Large locks. And hoity-toity. 31 across is got close without kissing. Nope, and 32 across. Wolverine. Cousin. Is this another X-Men character or like a honey badger or something like that? That is an animal related to a Wolverine. I don't know. Did I look at all these downs in the center section? 23 downs. Big shots from surfing slang. The big kahuna is kind of a surfing slang. Let's try kahunas for that. 27 down. Jam session participants. Musicians. I don't know. 24 down. Subject of a Liverpool statue dedicated to all the lonely people. All right, Liverpool is where the Beatles are from. All the lonely people is a line from Eleanor Rigby. Did they make a statue of Eleanor Rigby? Eleanor Rigby. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da da da. Can't think of the lyrics, but yeah. All the lonely people is a line from that song. 24 across. Perform as an evening act with a question mark. Don't know what that is getting at. Don't know what that is. 29 across. Hoity-toity. High and mighty? Or high-minded? Or some high something, I think fits. Hoity-toity means kind of putting on airs. Acting like you're better than other people, I think. Got close without kissing. Honey badger might fit for the Wolverine cousin. Honey badger don't care. Honey badger will go in the puzzle. Okay. Jam session participants. Is this talking about maybe jarring jams? Let's get together and put some jams into jars. So maybe you're the sealer or the something like that. I don't know. I don't think that's right. 13 down is get scammed. No. 16 down, in the clear. No. 20 down, what Churchill said saved more English lives than all the doctors. The Royal Air Force, the Code Breakers. Nope, 30 down is present your credentials, say. I'm thinking like badge in to a computer scanner lock thing. Present your credentials. Nope. 28 down was lost in thought. Again, might end in ED. I was lost in thought. No. 25 down, keeping in mind I don't know that kale is correct for 25 across, but 25 down is down the road. No. This is bond orders. And fellows of creativity. Is it a creative person, like a poet whose last name is Fellows? Can't think of anything for that. 27 down, that's the jam session participants. 26 across is theoretical attractive force. We have a K at the end of 22 across, not an extended recess. So a recess can be a recess in a wall, a cubby hole, and a small one might be a nook. Okay, then 12 down, may the gods avert this, blank. Cicero. May the gods avert this omen, this, no, one down, pictures, P.S. 2 down is the ballpark figure. Don't know any of those. Okay, let's look at the bottom half of the puzzle. 33 across, common pop preference. Is pop, soda pop here. Colas would be a preference in pop. I guess I'm partial to colas. Coke Zero, particularly. 37 across, night blank. No. 41 across, Imagine Peace Tower, creator. Maybe the Beatles is on my mind because of Eleanor Rigby, but I'm thinking Imagine is the John Lennon song, and Yoko Ono was a artist. Maybe she created an Imagine Peace Tower in honor of John Lennon or something. 44 across, detox centers. Rehabs? Possibly? What's 33 down? Chill. To cool. To chill is to... I'm not sure. 44 across, detox centers. 50 across, chill for a long time. And 52 across, extreme annoyance. No, 32 down is oral approval. Oral approval. I approve of your mouth. Or spoken approval. I don't know. 31 down, offer no resistance. To fold, to roll over. Yeah, I just rolled over. Didn't offer any resistance. Night chills, night oils? Is that a thing? I can't think what that would be. 44 across, detox centers. Chill for a long time. 45 down is blank candy. Okay, I've seen arm candy, eye candy, and ear candy used in various senses. It's probably one of those. 42 down is conclusion, beginning. If you present an argument and you get to your conclusion, you might say ergo, or perhaps thus, and therefore, here's my conclusion. I conclude this. 42 across, served and gone. Detox centers. Chill for a long time. Ice age. A chill that lasted a long time. Again, could you think of a sentence that swaps those out interchangeably? Probably, but I'm having a little trouble coming up with one. But I think that's right. Extreme annoyance. So this looks like it's going to be ear candy, like a bubble gum pop song. An extreme annoyance is no, I can't think of that. Dart throwing device. Throws a dart. 42 across, served and gone. This must be plural. Detox. So your liver is an organ in your body that plays a role in taking toxins out of things, I think. So maybe your liver might go there. To chill is to cool it. Yeah, we can't put cool there. Extreme annoyance is a terror. Yeah, well beyond annoyance, I think. And then how nice, one might say orally to express approval of something. Oh, how nice. And owls, night owls, yeah, a night owl as opposed to a morning lark. Okay, that makes sense. All right, that corner is done. We got a corner done. Hooray, hooray. Okay, served and gone. I've been served my meal. I've eaten. Is that right? Dart throwing device. Can a laser throw a dart? Or I don't know. Taser. A taser has wires connected to darts that embed themselves into the victim's body. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. Panthera cross for 38 across. I don't know what that means. Served and gone. I'm going to try eaten. Not crazy about it as an answer. And clue pair. Gets scammed is to take the bait. Yeah, that fits. Is this a tiger? Is that how? Panthera is something related to a panther, I guess. In the clear for 16 down. No. And this is something that Churchill said saved more English lives than all the doctors. .46 across, strings pulled. No, 51 across is bag handlers. No, 53 across, duds. 47 down is paw part. Animal paws have a pad, perhaps. 48 down, Lieutenant Colonel Peer. So a rank in the Navy that would be equivalent to an Army, Marine Corps, or Air Force rank of a Lieutenant Colonel, I think is commander. 49 down, gray matter. Nope, 35 down, blockbuster since the 80s. A blockbuster. What does that mean? Or blockbuster video. I don't know. Is it Netflix that put Blockbuster out of business? No. 36 down, shortens in addresses. Not sure. 40 down is no-win situation. A tie. Is there another word for that? No. 39 across, what Penelope prefers. Perhaps. So Penelope, I'm thinking either Penelope Cruz, the actress, or Penelope, wasn't that Odysseus' wife from the Odyssey? What Penelope prefers. Nope. Cancun in Mexico, where they might speak Spanish. So this could be Tio or some other Spanish word. Tio is uncle. It could be tia, aunt. I'm trying to think of three-letter words for family members. I think Tio is the first one that comes to mind. Tio or tia. 36 down, shortens in addresses. And blockbuster, and I just don't know what that means. Strings pulled. Ripcords are strings that are pulled when parachuting, when skydiving. Bag handlers are caddies on a golf course. They handle the golf bag and the clubs. Duds, drips, maybe. Gray matter, ODI. I don't know what that means. I think that might be wrong. 35 down, blockbuster. Since the 80s. I don't know what that means. Shortens. Elides means to shorten words in spoken language. Yeah, drips are duds. people without personality. I've been certainly described as a drip or a dud many times. I don't know what ODI means for gray matter. Gray matter usually means your brain. Plenty of other things are gray. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to leave a square blank just because I want to come back and look at it. Is this some kind of strip or like an acid trip? Blockbuster. Penelope prefers. Are we doing something with the letters in Penelope? I'm thinking of any reference to the Odyssey. I can think of the suitors, or if it's Penelope Cruz, is there another Penelope? There are lots of people named Penelope, that none come to mind. Counter agent for 34 across. An agent at the counter, like a rental car agent. No. 20 down might end in NIC. More English lives than all the doctors. 31 across. Got close without kissing. Thinking of rubbed noses, or schnuzzling, as I've called it before. They used to say that's how Eskimos kissed. I don't know if that's true. Probably not. Yeah, I think that fits. Rub nose, you got real close to a person, but then kiss. Okay, 30 down. Present your credentials. Okay, you might log into your computer with your credentials. Yes. So hoity-toity is high. No, counter agent. An antidote counters the effect of a nerve agent or something like that. Okay. Panthera cross. Gin and tonic. That must be what saved more English lives than all the doctors. Gin and tonic was created or touted as a way to combat malaria. The tonic water was made with quinine. So when English people were often in the tropics, not used to the heat and not without any natural resistance to malaria, they drank gin and tonic to protect themselves against malaria. I think that's right. Okay, so Panthera cross for 38 across. I still don't know what that is. I'm just going through the alphabet in my mind. I know liger is a cross between a lion and a tiger. Is there a tigon that has more tiger in it than lion? Again, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Panthera means. Is Panthera the genus or the step above species for lion and tiger? Maybe. All right, so maybe lions and tigers both belong to the Panthera genus or order, whatever it would be. Okay, so then this begins in danger, in the clear. Out of danger is in the clear. Okay, highfalutin for hoity-toity. Yes, that looks right. Rub noses, honey badger. Okay, if we can get this one. Down the road. Blockbuster. A T-strip? What is that? Penelope prefers. A no-win situation is a loss. I don't know. Okay. Kale could be wrong. 28 down. Was lost in thought. Mused. Yes. Large locks, so large bushy manes of hair, I think. Locks means hair there. Later on, for down the road, yes. Oh, Nell, I guess would be a shortened form of Penelope. Never really thought about it, but yeah. So maybe Penelope prefers to be called Nell, and it's just a generic person named Penelope. TETRIP. Blockbuster. No, it's Tetris, the video game. Tetris is a blockbuster video game that's been popular since the 80s, and it's where you sort blocks into piles. So then dross. Dross is a word for, I think, the leftover materials from smelting or something like that, but metaphorically just means something that's disappointing. It didn't work out the way it's the dreck, it's the leftovers, it's the dross. Then ODO for gray matter. That doesn't make any more sense than ODI did to me. But dross makes sense. Or is it dress? Drass? Driss? OD. ODO, gray matter. Well, I'm not going to figure it out. So if I've got something wrong, it's probably going to be that. Assuming I can get all these other ones. Okay, 9 down is bond orders. James Bond might order a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. What did I have for 7? Oh, that was odd. Okay. Roared? Residence regulator. Yeah, I like HOA for that. So you roared with supreme satisfaction, maybe? Like the crowd roared because they were satisfied that so-and-so got a home run. 10 down, fellows of creativity. Idea men, the guys in the ad agency who come up with the ideas. Okay, then a greengrocer might offer a lime. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Mystical wise guys. Is it swamis? What's 7 down? Puffy coat. Dome topper. Let's take out HOA. Residence regulator, or resident can be a trainee doctor, and I'm sure their training would be regulated by the American Medical Association. Okay, then we can try swamis for mystical wise guys. Pomade is a one kind of hair product you might put on your dome. Then puffy coat could be a puffy coat of wool on a sheep. Kugel is some kind of Jewish dish I'm not familiar with, but I've heard of it. So that might be a casserole you might have with the Seder meal at Passover. Field day is a spree. When I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly that old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. All right, what is 24 across then? Perform as an evening act. To retie. I'm thinking either retie a necktie or retie your shoes. Why would you do either of those in the evening? Maybe you come home from work and take off your shoes and your tie, and then you have to put them back on again. And how does that mean perform? I'm not sure I'm getting that, but it seems like it fits. And I can kind of see how it's something you might have to do in the evening. Kugel, I think, is right. Take the bait. Out of danger. Gin and tonic. Spree. Rigby. Okay, I'm going to guess that it's right. A graviton is something I've heard of from physics. I guess maybe it's a theoretical particle. Jam session participants are vibes. Oh, the vibraphones, like Lionel Hampton. Yeah, okay. Vibraphone might be an instrument involved in a jam session. Kahunas looks right. All right, we've got everything done except this corner up here. Let's see if we can complete it, which is the clue for 1 across. 12 across is most easily attained goal. It ends in T, so I'm thinking low-hanging fruit. But of course we need to abbreviate it quite a bit. Is it easiest? That fits. The goal that is easiest is the goal that is most easily attained. I don't like having a form of easy, easiest, and easily in both the clue and the answer. So I'm going to think that's wrong, maybe. It's east of Sulu Sea. So isn't there a Mindanao in the Philippines or somewhere in that region? Then may the gods avert this omen. I'm a little thrown because you don't want the gods to avert the omen. You want them to avert the disaster that the omen portends. But maybe Cicero wasn't very good at oratory. Let's try eld for antiquity long ago. Most easily attained goal. One down is pictures PS. So picture might be a motion picture here. It might have an epilogue at the end as a little postscript to it. Okay. What this character went on to do with such and such. Okay. A condor in a ballpark? No, a vendor. Like peanuts. Get your peanuts here. Cold beer. Yeah, vendors in a ballpark. Ultimate, I think, is the last thing. The end. Complete. Evened? No. Pittance. That is its own plural. A pittance is a small amount of something. The most easily attained goal is an open net. I'm thinking of micro DNA or maybe micro RNA. Men? Complete is to finish something, or if it is complete, it is whole. Nothing seems to make sense here. Okay, I like Mindanao. I like open net. I like nook and I like eld. So I'm going to think the omen is right. Epilogue looks right. Vendor, I think, is correct. Not completely confident about end or DNA. A pittance. Could yen? I think yen is both a singular or plural, and I think yen is a single yen is a relatively small amount. So maybe that works. I'm thinking every for complete. Again, not an exact synonym. Can you think of a sentence where you would use every and complete? I have every volume. I have complete volume. But every volume would make a complete set, so I can kind of see how it would go together. And I was thinking microDNA or microRNA. I don't know that exists or what it might be. But I think that's every, and I think R will finish the puzzle. Oh, and I think we need to check. I don't think we need to check. Do we? Check puzzle. Okay, it was this one that's wrong. But that's a single letter. What is it? Is it dress? Oh, duds are clothing. Yes, okay, so duds could be your clothes, your dress, and then ode. Maybe Gray is the name of a poet. Or maybe there's a famous poem called Ode to Gray, but I think that's an ode, and E will finish the puzzle. There we go. I didn't solve the puzzle. I had to have the puzzle tell me I was wrong, but I didn't use any hints. So I'm not too disappointed. I don't understand ode as gray matter. Let me know in the comments if there's a famous poet called Gray who wrote odes. Spalding Gray was in kind of a monologue performer. I don't know. But dress is I did not think of duds as clothes. Yeah, it should have. Always so much misdirection in the Saturday Stumper. Still, no hints. One error. If I'd solved this, I would have turned it in, like in a tournament, I would have turned it in and would have gotten either 1 or 2 points off, depending on how they grade that. Only one square was wrong, but 2 answers were wrong. But 35 is a pretty good time for me for a Saturday Stumper, for no hints and 1 error. All right, I'll take that. I think I'm getting a little bit better at the Saturday Stumper. It depends on the constructor, I think, sometimes. And I will quibble with some of these. Every and complete. Again, I've commented on that. They kind of tell you what it is, but it's not quite right. Retie, I don't understand that. Retie as perform, as an evening act. Perform is to retie. Yeah, not getting that. All right. AMA was clever. Did not think of that as residence regulator. Had to figure out, well, what else could residence be other than the residence of a house? And then AMA came to me. Actually, I want to put an A in there for Swami. So I'm kind of thinking, what would it be? AAA? Would it, are residents people who drive cars? No, but AMA would fit. Terror as extreme annoyance. I still think that's a little understated. And then livers as detox centers. I like that clue a lot. That's pretty good. All right, that was a good puzzle. I'm glad I did that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back for more puzzles and games, and I'll see you next time.